Blessings. Hey, Selena. Hey, Mr.
Hey,
Kiwi.
Miss Elsa, how
Good,
are you?
good, good. Look, it's been a long time coming, right?
Long
We
time
finally
coming.
made it.
I had to put on my what's that Minnie Mouse little buns on today.
It's so
I
cute.
was
Look,
excited.
I
look,
love
I,
it.
I got my little pop up on the top of my head too. I've been cutting grass and everything, girl. Ooh
Yes,
wee.
indeed.
Yes, I'm
We
glad we made it.
snatching it together, even if it's at the last minute. We make it look easy,
Yes,
don't we?
like,
Oh, we can
Yes,
make it look
indeed.
easy.
Yes,
yes,
indeed.
yeah. So
So,
listen, go ahead, Mr. Kiwi.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Am I echoing to you guys?
No, I don't hear it.
Oh, okay, okay,
Are
yeah.
you echoing?
No, I thought I heard it in the beginning when I started talking, and I just wanted to make sure I'm not messing up the stream by having echo. Okay, yeah.
You're
But I just want to
fine.
say this,
I want
Selena.
you.
We finally did it. I gotta say this. We finally made it. Listen, listen,
Finally
listen.
did it. Thank God for Mr. Kimi.
Yes,
Getting it
I'm telling
together.
you,
Yes.
Selena. You just don't know. Look, I was saying, sis, I said, Selena, I've been talking to her back and forth, like when we have the live streams. You've been coming up and was like, Miss Your Thoughts, I want to interview you. I really didn't want you to feel like I was avoiding you all of this time. I have not.
Okay.
God, only the Lord knows all this is going on with me, girl.
Yeah, we all
So
got some busy lives, so
I know it's like, and if it ain't one thing, it's another. Just
okay.
when you think you got one thing taken care of, here goes
Another.
something else, which
That,
pushes everything back for me. But I'm
that.
glad that I'm here, and I just want you to know that I'm definitely happy to be here with you today.
I'm
Hey,
happy.
Mr. Kim, I ain't talking about you, Shirley. I see you all the time.
Shirley and Laverne.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's what
listen.
Mr. Kimi called us.
All the time, I swear. If anybody is live long enough, because I think they stopped showing Laverne and Shirley on most networks. I haven't seen it. I don't watch
No.
TV that much anymore, but I still, it's been years since I've seen an episode of it. But
Yeah.
from the first time, I was like, "Ooh, that's who we remind me of."
Thelma
we're a
and
piece of work.
Louise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
Thelma
we're a
and
piece of
Louise.
work. I tell you, we're a piece of work.
Let's just go. I want to acknowledge the chat, and then we definitely are going to pivot and shift. But thank you for everybody for being here. We got, hold on, let me go back a little bit. We got Joe Delaney in the building. Peace and blessings. Welcome to you. We got Kim R in the house. Always good to see you. Peace and blessings. We got Only in the chat. You already know. Thank you for being here. We got Mr. A. I be wanting to call you by your first name. I swear I be having to catch myself, but I respect it. Mr. 86K is in the building. Thank you so much for
What do you
being
do,
here.
guy?
And we gonna include some man talk, okay? Don't come in here playing and don't come in here starting no stuff when we ain't got started yet. Okay?
You're always starting stuff.
Yeah,
Thank you for being here, Gary. We got Philly 2K24. You already know. Thank you. Peace of good Saturday to everybody. I just want to keep saying that because today is a blessing.
Yeah.
You are blessed. Lady Shea the Dreamy Queen. Boy, that name. Go ahead. I like that name. Okay. Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings. We got Skinny showing support. Well, thank you, Skinny. I appreciate it. Appreciate your presence. So listen, for those that are coming in the stream, if you haven't, please just consider tapping the like button. And so listen, I'm gonna let Miss Yo kind of just give a little bit of because she's kind of the source.
Yeah.
And nobody can say it like she can, and then we just gonna go from there.
Right.
Okay. Appreciate the pressure. Okay, I'll take it. No, it's no pressure. I feel comfortable with everybody. Hey, Chad, I'm glad you guys can come. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. Don't forget to do that. Okay. Listen. So, y'all, it's been like I was telling Selena. Me and Selena been trying to hook up together just so we could just talk and just kind of get to know one another. We pass each other all the time on these YouTube streets, and it's been like I don't know how long, Selena.
Maybe about a year and a half or something like that.
At least. Yeah. And so and we were trying to get together to collaborate on something, but in our schedules again, we had to go through Mr. Kimi to talk to one another. So what I came up with was Miss Akimi took the title because I had a different type title, but it's still the same thing. Mine was a little raw. Miss Akimi, she the church girl, right? And I was kind of like a little raw. And she was like,
look, Miss Akimi got that hood. Don't let her fool you.
She got it. She got it.
If you know, you know. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
You gotta be able to control it though, and that's my thing. Because there was a time where I didn't have that kind of control, and let me tell you.
Yeah, you do
know better, you do better.
Exactly, that's true. And so she told me, so the title that I had, Mr. Keeman, can I tell them what the title was, Mr. Keeman? Come on, bring it with me. Remember the title that I told you that I wanted? Let the beat go.
Why does a man throw ladies away like trash?
Yeah. And that was that. And
I don't consider it to be bad. But
no. That was a clean version. The other one was, why do men hit it and quit it? That's what I said.
Okay. Yeah, you did.
Why do men hit it and quit it? Why is it so easy for a man to hit it and quit it with a woman? So, because if you think about it, women are the ones that once a man they get in touch with a man and they have relationships and the man walk away, the woman is the one mostly pining and whining and crying and moping and stuff. The man continues to go on, and I wanted to know why. So that was kind of like the premise of it. And then Miss Akimi, she cleaned it up, so y'all see that beautiful title, Miss Akimi got it, right? Yeah. And so I have been looking at some videos of men speaking. So we're really hearing this thing from a man's perspective, right? So, and Miss Akimi, Shirley, you got it. Back to you, Shirley.
Miss Selena, because I definitely, let me tell you, this is going to be super needed and refreshing to get your perspective, right? And to get your, maybe something based off an experience that you had, your wisdom for your age, and there is a little bit of a separation, but we need that representation. We need that collectivity. We need to, just do what we need to do. Yeah, and get the message across. So go ahead, you got the floor.
Well, about the hit it and quit it, is that what you're stating? I believe that we as women, we have to be responsible for not only, our actions, we have to be responsible for our body. So I can't hold a man accountable when I'm not taking care or being responsible for me. I control my body, and I control who I give it to and who I don't give it to. So it's all on me. You know what I'm saying? To an extent. Now, if I am dating someone and they have given me, I would say false information, or they're putting on a mask as if they like me and they really don't like me, and I decide to give my body, then that's a different story. But even with that, I am still responsible for who I give myself to. You know what I'm saying? I can't always... I can't always be blaming somebody else. There's a thing when you're dating or courting, as my grandmother would say, that you have to take your time. You have to get to know people and not jump in the bed with, people just when you meet them or you feeling the vibe, right? Yeah. I had an aunt that told me, she said, Selena, don't be anybody's push pin. And I said, what the heck is that? And she told me about a push pin, how you be pushing pins in. And so she said, don't let a man just be, any type of man just be sticking you. Yeah. Just because it a lot of times we as women say, oh, I got needs. Well, sometimes you got to learn to control your needs, because you'll find yourself pregnant with a person that don't want to be a father, or you'll find yourself in an abusive relationship, or you find somebody that just don't care. Right. Very rarely will you meet somebody that will be like, I want to stick in there, help you raise a child, or either build a relationship with you. Very rarely does that happen. So I believe as women, we got to be responsible for ourselves. That's why in this, I would say in these couple of years, I'm learning to be more accountable for the things I do. I can't blame God. Can't blame the devil, and I can't, blame other people all the time. Sometimes it's me. Yes, that's how I see it.
Hey, I agree with everything you said, baby. I was thinking the same thing. That was my take on it too. But we always find a way somehow to blame the other person for
Right.
whatever dilemma we're in. Like, with anything. I mean, in real life, whether even it's a relationship, just anything, we always point our thing out and say somebody else did it. But I always look at it like this. If you have some bills and you can't pay them, it's more bills than your money have in your bank account. Did nobody create that but you? That's your problem. You
Living
your
above your
problem.
means.
So
Yes.
So see,
Yes.
it's nobody's fault in this life.
Yeah.
That's
Starts and ends with you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Keaton.
Yeah, I'm digesting it. I love the perspective. Because the biggest thing that I get from that is that you take accountability, that you hold the responsibility of it beginning and ending with you.
Right.
You have no control over anybody else and what they decide, what their for now or later decisions are. It's not your worry. It's not your problem.
It's not.
But you are responsible and you will be held accountable.
Right. Exactly.
Even if it doesn't appear that way from the outside looking in, it's not for it to be proven to everybody else. That's between you and your higher power, right? So definitely, I think all of it's true.
Yeah, and one thing else I want to add to that too, and for all the women that's saying that, I'm talking about the single women or anybody that's looking for a man, and when they say it's not enough men in the world, and all the men in jail, and men is this and the men is that, no, because it's plenty of men. What type of men are you looking for to attract to you? Because it's only one that you need. You don't need all the men in the world. So let's stop blaming all these problems of why you single on the men. They no good. No, we have to sometimes check ourselves and see why we can't attract what we want into our life. So we go back to self-accountability. I just wanted to add that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Right?
Well, so, welcome, Rare Money. We got Rare in the house. Thank you. Hey, Rare, what's going on? Thank you. We look. Damn D is in the chat.
Damn D got a suntan, y'all.
You know what? Happy birthday, Damn D. Deserve it. Deserve it. You work hard. I mean, you deserved everything in the sum of what you received on your vacation. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to say that. TP is in the house. Whatever. We got Bunny T. Thank everybody for being here. If we missed anybody, please, it wasn't by intention. So let's kind of pivot a little bit. And there's a video which is a kind of actually really relative to the title and to the topic that we're talking about. But I find this was kind of, it migrated to my attention, right? And when I thought of it, it's a little raw. The delivery is raw, but the message is powerful.
Exactly.
It's coming from a man. It's coming from a man that you can tell when he speaks on it, he doesn't have anything to lose. I mean, it's like there's no reason for him to say it if it's not going to be the truth or be authentic, right?
Or he ain't been through it.
So I found a lot of value in that, and I think this was a good video for us to kind of react to and kind of give our own perspectives, whether we agree or disagree, or how we deal with all of that. So give me 1 second, y'all. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about this, Michelle Bowles. I really am. Like I said, we have been, and hello to everybody in the chat. We have been planning this for a minute, and I really wanted to interview you and Mr. Kimi. I think that I would like to introduce you to my audience. You guys, like I said, it's very rarely do you meet people on here that are sane. You know what I'm saying? I'm just real.
It's a crazy street. The streets are crazy.
Right.
I like this guy, by the way, y'all.
It's my first time seeing him.
He be telling it like it is. He raw, and it's from a man's perspective. That's what I like the most about it. Yeah, it's not just no woman saying it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't care who get mad. No man wants a woman that shows her body to the world. Every time you get on social media, y'all bent over, legs wide open, don't even care. What kind of mother are you? What kind of person are you? Then you want to get married one day. A wife don't do that. She have class. She has morals. She has respect for herself. She don't carry herself like that. How you carry yourself, that's your attitude. How you think, that's the way you act. You wonder why you can't find no great guy. A guy that want to spend time with you. He just want a one-night stand. I hit it and quit it and he done with it. That's what you look like when you dress like that. You showing all these men everything. These men ain't gonna get everything. They gonna sleep with you a few nights and they gone. They just want to hit it anyway. They already told their homeboys, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. Yeah, they look good in the club. Yeah, they looking for a man to want them. Yeah, they looking for attention. Take a man to the hotel room. He hit it, that's it. Using their body up every day. It ain't good for you. It don't look good on you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Can't tell y'all nothing. Can't tell y'all women nothing. You know what? You ain't no.
Can't hear you, Mr. Kimmy. You're on mute, Mr. Kimmy.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Were y'all able to hear the video?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you. Okay, so I'm sorry. What I was saying was I know I let it play a while, but I wanted for him to have an opportunity to really resonate, because when I see this, I see a man that is reaching out and saying, look, this can really change your life. This, if you implement this, you can avoid a whole bunch of other stuff on the other outcome, on the other as the outcome on the end. So I'm sorry I let that play too long. But if we want to go back a little bit, I can go back a little bit, or you can take a talking point, and I'll start with one of you ladies, and you just let me know what to do, and I'll
Let's go to our guest, Selena.
Well, I enjoy men's perspective. I have guy friends that I ask about certain things, and I'm dating somebody, or I'll ask a lot of my guy cousins. I enjoy men's perspective because, again, men and women do not think alike for the most part. There's just certain things a man looks at differently than I would, or any other woman would. I have always tried to watch how I dress, especially when I go, like, say for instance, if I'm going to work in a professional field, or if I'm going to church, or any kind of function that it's going to be a little bit more conservative. To dress in the manner that I'm supposed to. You ain't gonna see me, with my breast all out. You're not gonna see me with just a short dress where you can see my, my butt cheeks or anything like that. I'm not trying to send the message that I want to be a hoe. I'm wanting to send the message I want to be a wife. So I can't look a certain way. Now, there's nothing wrong with being attractive. There's nothing wrong with being sexy. As women, we want to be seen as sexy. We want to be seen as beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But to me, how you present yourself, it says a lot about you. It's kind of like you're advertising. Every time we go outside, we're advertising. Every time we come online, we're advertising who we are, what we stand for. So we have to be very cautious of how we present ourselves in public. And that's what I've learned from other men how they see certain women that look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And then with me having more of a curvy body, there's certain things I can't wear anyway. You know, when I go to I always wear blazers to cover, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to take attention off of any, you know, on me when they should be looking at God or focusing on God. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different ways you should present yourself as a woman. And a lot of it's not common sense. A lot of it's taught. With common sense, more people will be doing it.
I agree. I really do. I agree with you, Selena. And then you think about it, you are advertising when we are going out here, and everything that we do, we're advertising. We're walking billboards for real. Exactly. And people can say all they want to. They'll say, "Well, I don't judge people." Oh, yes, we do. We all judge.
We all do.
Yeah, because when you first see a person, you're gonna see the outside of them. Exactly. So you're gonna judge the total outside of that person. Yeah. Before you even speak to you, you judging what you see, right? Exactly. But what I did want to bring up is the first thing that I noticed that this man said when I first listened to this video is he said, I wrote it down, he said, "What kind of mother are you?"
Yes.
So men are looking at women not for one night stands. They're looking for women to be the mother of their children. And I said that many times in my videos, that's what a man is looking for, right? So that's the first thing that man said. What kind of mother are you? So, you know, I think that women that's single need to just kind of keep that in mind, that men are not really basically looking for no one night stand. They're basically looking for a lifetime partner.
Exactly.
That's what they're looking for. Okay, the rest will come naturally, the connecting and all that other piece. But I'm just saying, that's the first thing I noticed that boy said, that man said. You know, I said, boy, I don't mean that. Y'all know what I mean. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with what you said. Oh, everything you said, Selena, everything. Yeah. Okay, Mrs.
Absolutely. There's a responsibility for being a woman, a female.
Yes.
The one that bears and gives life.
Yeah.
There is a responsibility. Now, in the natural order of things, when you're younger, you're hotter in the pants. You make less sound decisions. It's a learning experience. You have to grow into, the wisdom age if you're blessed enough. But there is a responsibility as women, and we have lost our way. Collectively, we have lost our way. When I speak on the state of the world, I gotta listen, because you already know I'm ready, but I have to kind of not censor myself, but just refine my delivery, because I be wanting to go in. I ain't gonna even lie.
Me too.
It's easy.
Self-control. Yeah. But when you live in the system in the time that we're living in, it is not, even though it is God's world, the world is not of God.
Right.
And so the righteous and the chosen we're going to suffer. And I think one of the ways that we suffer is to look and around us and see our children, our nieces, our grandchildren, and what they have to look up to and what examples they have to follow. It's not enough when you only have that in one out of every 15 homes. It's not enough, because it takes a village to raise one child. So when you have a one-parent household as a majority with multiple children, that's out of balance. So you're not going to yield. And I bring all of that to the point to say that somewhere there has been a disconnect with our children. There's a generation that seems to be lost, not seems to be, is. And we allowed it to get here.
Right.
Okay. we can sit in that, but at some point we're going to have to become solution oriented and say, this is worth fighting for. This is worth making some sacrifices. And being a mother and a woman requires endless and continuous sacrifice. It does not stop.
Yes.
When you talk about girls having babies or women having babies, let me tell you, the worst thing you can do is do it for the reason that you're going to have something small to take care of, like a baby doll.
Yeah.
That's not what you're signing up for.
Right. That's right.
And as being the life giver and the first source of that child, they're going to watch you, listen to you first, emulate everything you do.
Yeah.
So it's not enough that you're not at home because you're out working 2 and 3 jobs trying to keep a roof over everybody's head. That's not enough. But then when you are around them, the examples that you're setting is setting them up for destruction.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean by responsibility. I had to say that.
Yeah, Shirley, hold on one second, Mr. King, because I want to say this too, because I want people to just understand this. Most women, we spend all this money on our outside to look good for the opposite person, or you say you're doing it for yourself. Okay, I buy that. Yeah, but most of the time you're doing it because you want attention from others, or you want to present yourself in a nice way.
Right.
Yeah. So just think about this. Once you get that person that you're attracted to, that's all fine and dandy. But always remember, beauty fades, especially on the outside.
Yes.
As you grow older, that beautiful you, that skin, get a little wrinkle in it, get a couple of freckles on it, get a couple of moles. Sometimes you ain't gonna be able to pick all your little whiskers away. You gonna have some hair sticking out your skin. All this gonna happen. Trust me, all this gonna happen. But what won't change is the beauty on the inside. That is where the money and the focus need to go on, the inside. Just to take from an old girl that don't know no better. All right.
Exactly.
That part. Listen, all of that. Okay, so let's just listen to a little bit more, and I won't let it go as long as time, y'all.
Okay.
A woman don't do that. That's what little girls do. You know what I'm saying? With no home training, no raising. A girl.
We just talked about that.
Yeah.
Lack of the parental influence in the home, the mama and the daddy. Okay.
It's in the world. They act like the world. Ain't nobody gonna put no ring on your finger. Look how you dress when you go out. You want to show everybody you got this. I got that. I'm thick. I get a fake butt. You bent over on your phone. Every time you look at your page, you bent over. You showing everything. Nobody want that. I be scared of that.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm scared of that. The way he talks.
And he's serious. He's dead serious. As he should be. My last live, I was touching on mental illness and social media, the effects of social media when it comes to dealing with mental illness. And this is so relevant because there's a whole culture of younger people, that's all they know.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't know. They took all of the trades out of the schools, so they monetized everything. When it used to be taught in high school where tax monies pay for those institutions. So they took that away because they greedy and they wanted to make more money. And when you're already impoverished or you're already struggling and you're in a one-parent home, who's going to be able to spend $15,000 to $25,000 on trade school?
Yeah.
So then what else do you have? Fast and easy money in the devil's playground.
Exactly. Can I say something? Or y'all want to keep going?
No.
I feel like, and hello to everybody in the chat. I feel like it takes a village to raise a child sometimes. And unfortunately, we have stared away from that. And it is sad because you can't tell other people's kids nothing because they'll get upset with you. They'll be ready to fight you and all that kind of stuff. But I just think I was so blessed, to have not only parents, but I've had my aunties, I've had my big cousins that, were women that, taught me certain things. I had women in my church to be mentors to me.
Yeah.
And I was so blessed to have that type of connection. So it's really sad when I see these young girls, all they have is social media. All they have is that Instagram model where they look up to, or the rap artists. And I love certain, some of the rap artists too, but to be honest with you, there's nobody to look up to. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing how our society has gotten away from being, a village. We're so separate, now. And you can't say nothing to the kids. You can't say nothing to the parents. They get mad and everything. So I'm just thankful that I had that connection with women. So and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm still learning because sometimes I be wanting to pop off and like some people think I can't bust a grape, but you come this way, you'll find out. You know what I'm saying? So I have to keep that. I have to reel that girl in because people like to test your gangster. They think just because you trying to do right, just because you trying to be a lady, that you can't go there with people.
That's the ones that
go there all the way left with you. And that's why I said, so I have to, that training that I've learned growing up, I have to reel it in, because, I'll get lost.
I understand exactly what you're saying, Selena, but, and it does take a long time to get it like that, because your old girl, won't always your old girl, either. Okay. But you have to learn how to control your emotions. That's the key to life.
Right.
People are running around searching for the key of life. The key of life is knowing how to control your emotions. Why? Because your emotions is energy. And if you're going to let your emotions, you're going to drain your body of the life energy when your emotions are out of control. When you do that, you're dead. So the key to life is knowing how to control your emotions and to walk in peace.
Right.
So,
I'm trying.
But I'm telling you, Selena, it's not easy. It's a process, but you have to know how to navigate through this thing. You got to know who you're seeing as your enemy. You got to know who's attacking you. Your spirit, once you get aligned with that, it's going to show you, and then you're going to know how to move.
Right.
And guess what? Then you will be in that thing that they so-called heaven. Peace on earth. So once you master that, which you will, and it take time, just study that. Be peaceful. You'll be all right, because the ones that go against you, anyone that go against you, they will fall and fail, and you won't have to lift a finger nor your voice. Trust me. That's a fact. Okay, back to the subject. My bad. My bad.
I'm listening to just the building and the different perspectives and the different, and that it's not just you. Not that I feel that it's just me, but it's confirmed that it's not just me. Right. And that's reassuring, because a lot of things sometimes, depending on your experiences, like, will have you questioning if this is real. I have to ask myself, I don't know if I'm telling on myself now, but it's the truth. I have to ask myself, did that just really happen? Did that just
right.
So, I don't know. But I definitely, I just, representation is everything, and how you carry yourself. It tells a story without you having to be oral or verbal with it. You don't have to say a word. All you have to do is look at the body language, look at the representation. So most of the time, or all of the time, we're going to see you before we hear you.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first impression is definitely the lasting impression. So when you look at somebody, it's going to tell you a story without them ever having to say a word. And so if you think it doesn't matter, it does.
It do 100%.
Does.
Yeah.
So, well, we got Redeem in the house. Thanks for the balance. YouTube in purge mode, literally peace. Thank you and salute to you. Appreciate the pink bubble. You are just too kind. Thank you. And I think I'm so sorry with the chat, y'all. I've been engaged. Forgive us. We yeah, forgive us. Okay. All right. And thank you. I don't want to miss the super chats. Okay. Oh boy 2020. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you kindly to the real 100. Hey ladies, Akimi, Miss OG, Yo Thoughts, and Selena. Peace and salute to you.
Hey baby.
Yes. Thank you for all of the people that are coming in for the first time into Miss Akimi's stream. I hope we're not disappointing, and thank you for being here. Hoping you feel welcomed. If I didn't call your name, Mr. Yo Thoughts didn't see it, or we're engaging, so forgive us, okay? All right, and with that out the way,
they know I don't look at the chat because I've been throwing me off.
No, but look, you trying to balance it one way. I'm trying to balance it. Right.
Give me a bottle of water. Get that.
That's Mr. Keeban. That's the Laverne and Shirley mood right there. Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should get some water. I got me some. Right.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I guess. Do
Yeah.
you ever have to remember to drink water?
You have to remember to drink it. Not me.
No,
I drink.
Like, do you ever get so busy that you forget to drink water or focus on? I know your body; it will tell you if you.
Yeah, I have to get out. I have to drink water.
I don't know. Lately, and I'm still an avid water drinker, but for some reason lately, I don't know if it's the heat. But it's like I don't have an appetite. I don't want to drink water. I'm just not here. Yeah.
That's where that watermelon and pineapples and stuff come in, like Mr. Keeman, the fruit.
I love it. I'll go through a seed of watermelon every 2 days. I have to have it. And maybe that's maybe why I'm not parching for that. That must be it, because I eat a lot.
You're not drinking water. Yeah, because the watermelon substitute. Yeah. We had to get our water, Selena.
So let me say this. I want to say this and just insert isolated gem, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
And one of the things that I have unlearned and relearned, and those that follow me or listen to the stream, like that word, follow me, listen to the streams, they know that when it comes to y'all give me a second.
You forgot what you were gonna say, Shirley?
Girl, don't start with me. Don't you even start with me. I knew it was coming. I said 2.5 hours of sleep. You going on a wing and a prayer to this live, sis.
Right.
Okay, I'll bring you back, Shirley. Listen, you was talking about water, drinking water, and we was talking about fruit. And the reason why you
unlearning and relearning. See, that's what I'm learning, Shirley. That's that part right there, right?
Right.
So I had to unlearn and learn that water really doesn't have any health benefits. It's like it keeps you lubricated. Definitely but it takes water to grow fruits. It takes water to grow vegetables. But the thing that you get with the fruits, particularly high water volume fruits and vegetables, is the minerals, the vitamins, and everything that your body is craving. It's already there. So not only are you getting your hydration, but you're getting other things that your body needs too. So I'm not discounting water. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I was just talking on live, and it came to the realization that's why I haven't been thirsting for water.
Yeah, that's why.
Because I've been eating a lot of high water content fruits. Yeah.
Yeah. And this, so people know that the water that you're drinking from the bottle or the faucet, the different types of water, and the water from fruits is exactly the water, the same kind of water content that's in your body. Your body made up of this type of water from the fruits, not that. Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
Okay,
Got
I
it.
left y'all.
Yeah.
But I was trying to do a little intermission until Miss Selena came back.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we went all the way over the place. Okay.
Yeah.
No, come on now. But we got intelligent people in the chat.
Yeah.
So when we move, they move just like
Just
that.
like that.
Right.
Go ahead, Mr. Kiwi.
I be scared of a woman that's showing everything. No respect for herself. And y'all men be sleeping with women like that. You be sleeping with them, man. And then when you get them pregnant, you find out they were no good for you. They find out you got some money, they gonna take advantage of you. That's all they do on social media. Looking for a sugar daddy, looking for an older man to take care of them. They tired of working. They think they look too good to have a job. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for a man that got a job, that has something going on. They manipulate him, give him some every night. He paying the car note, he buying the kids school clothes and shoes, getting their haircut, getting the daughter hair did and everything.
Well, then he's a fool.
Right.
If he's doing all of that and she's bringing no value to the relationship, she's not contributing, it's not a reciprocal situation, then he's the fool. Because somebody can only do what you allow them to do. And if, speaking for me, if a man doesn't at least match what I have to bring to the table, or if we compensate to where it evens and balances out the relationship so it avoids us or one or the other becoming resentful or feeling, now you're eroding the relationship and we already know what goes, as a result of that. But we just got to do better. We just got to do better. A man has to stand on something because he's a natural leader. He's going to have to lead in order for women to feel, or his potential significant other, to feel comfortable with depending upon him. And I know this is a multi-layered, and I know we were talking about how women carry themselves, but this brother is talking about a whole bunch of other things too.
Yeah, he got a lot.
The entire woman is in disarray.
Yeah.
Well,
and let me add this real quick.
Ahead.
No, I was just going to say, no man and no woman. I don't feel as though any woman wants a weak man. They don't want a weak man where they can push around and get. They want a man where they got some type of pushback. Most women, it's a turnoff for most women to have a weak man. Even if she's married to him and everything, it's going to be a strong man that she's going to be cheating with.
Right.
So a weak man like that, not no simp. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, to me, men like that, they so worried about, oh, you so pretty, oh, you so fine. That gets old. What else do you notice about me? Do you know my favorite color? Do you even care? It's things like that. And so on the flip side of that, it takes more than just being pretty. Like, you have to have some common sense. Not only do you have to have common sense, you have to be able to apply it to your life. You have to have something interesting about yourself, or things that you enjoy doing. Have to be more than I would say superficial or surface stuff. Like I have a lot of other things I'm more interested that people wouldn't even believe in that I would be interested in. But if they, when people get to know me, they find out, wait a minute, you read this type of stuff, or you're into this, you do this on the side, because I have more to me than just a cute face or a cute ass. You should have more to you. That's just how I think. You have to be more than pretty.
A woman should be insulted, especially a woman that is more dimensional. They should be insulted if a man only thinks going for them because they're beautiful and don't have nothing else going on. I mean, but you don't forget they did that blonde hair thing, that blonde hair, blue eyes. What they used? Remember they used to call women when they were like a blonde moment. They had like a blonde moment. Remember, they used to say that crazy stuff.
Yeah, like they're forgetful. They're
yeah. Yeah. So if a man is looking at you as a woman, and to me, especially with just the outside appearance, he's looking at you as being a ditzy woman. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would be offended by that, especially when you all the stuff that you have going on for you. And like you said, Selena, it don't take time enough sometimes to find out what's your color, what's your favorite color. What do you like to really do? Yeah, and even with subjects like subject matters. Yeah. Mr. Kima taking a break.
I know I was drinking some water, and that big old bottle. I didn't want to do that in camera, but you know what I did want to say? Selena said something, and it stuck out in the front of the context of what she was saying, and she said, "You need to get to know me."
Yeah.
We're overall, and anytime I speak collectively, right? So we're overall is the process of the getting to know process. They used to call it in our day courting.
Right.
Is when you were able to not embark upon that sexual threshold and to really separate and focus in on getting to know that person, because it's not just about the physical. It's about, as Miss Yo so gently reminds us, that marriage is a business relationship.
Facts.
And if it don't make business,
it don't make sense. No.
So like she also stated, when you age, the outer beauty fades. So what is going to gravitate people towards you and keep them there once the appearance starts to go?
Right.
You don't have good insides, you can't expect a positive outcome. Water sinks its own level, as it says. But I just wanted to piggyback off of that, because that is key. That's before like meeting the families, because you don't want to take somebody home to or you shouldn't want to take somebody home to your family that you don't know.
And Mr. Kima, let me just add this, and then we can go forward if you like. We were saying, Selena said, get to know. We was talking about getting to know you. A man need to get to know you. Well, in the Bible, when they have relationships, when they get with each other, the Bible will state, and he knew her. Okay. But when he means, and he knew her, that means that they had intimate relationships and their spirits combined as one, having sexual relationships, because I told you all before, the male sperm, it goes into, and is his spinal fluid, and goes into the woman, and they become connected in that way. So if you want to really get to know somebody, you can know them in what I want to say, the regular realm, the earthly realm first. And once you know them in the earthly realm first, then that's only you after that, and you're comfortable with it, then that's when you get to let them know you. If you want to take it further. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So don't be so don't be so, I'm talking to all the women, don't be so quick, to get with a man and let him know you on the inside.
Yeah.
Know you on the outside. It goes back to that. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. That's how it works.
Sometimes you just gotta drop the mic.
It's just exactly how it works, though. That's how it works.
Nothing needs to be added on that. That is well said.
And Mr. Kima and Selena, we all know that men are hunters. They like to chase.
Right.
They like to chase, right? And women like to tease, and they like to chase, right?
Yeah.
So why make it so easy for them to win the prize? Let's play some games. Let them chase, right? Oh, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, this is another time.
Value, and once that's the thing about being a woman, is once you lose your value, it's hard to get it back. If you do, if you're able.
Exactly.
Have
y'all heard of that scripture where it was talking about how, like, a beautiful woman with no discretion is like a pig with a gold ring in his nose.
Her
You probably
nose,
heard that in
yeah,
Proverbs.
yeah.
Okay. And
That's
that's
the
really,
outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
describing the
yeah. It's
outside, like we
no
talking.
discretion, nothing
Yeah,
more than just a face and a body. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
eventually, like I said, that stuff gets old because again, we age. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
My
yeah.
grandmother, when she was young, she was beautiful, beautiful
Uh-huh.
face, beautiful hair, everything. And then when she
Yeah,
got older, she didn't wrinkle, because black don't crack, very
yeah,
rarely.
yeah, yeah.
Still, you get older and you lose
Yeah,
youthful look about yourself, but
yeah,
your inside it's not flourishing, and you don't have any beauty on the inside, then you're just a
right.
lost cause.
No radiation from the inside out because you glow from the inside out.
Right.
Your moods come from the inside out. If you happy, you smiling, your face is lit up more. If you sad, it's different. So it's all coming from the inside out, not the outside in. And
Right.
that's what we're caught up on, the outside in. We're caught up on the outside, and we need to get away from that. And just like, and I'm not going to go too far pivoting on the Bible, but just like Samson and Delilah, Delilah was a beautiful woman. And his father told Samson, don't go down there with them. Stay away from them Philistines. Don't you go down there. No, daddy. He told his daddy, he said, no, daddy, she pleases me well. He that's what he told his daddy.
Right.
And what happened to Samson? Go ahead, I'm gonna
Right.
let that go. All right, there you go.
I'm telling you,
Nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun.
Right.
There's nothing new.
it does repeat itself, period.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, so let's continue. We're not gonna play the whole thing. It's 10 minutes long. I'm gonna put the link in the
Okay.
chat. I mean, in the description.
Mm-hmm.
It's a YouTube video. Yep, I'm gonna put a link in the description, and definitely go check it out. But we're gonna listen to a little bit more because everything that he said is relevant. It's super relevant.
These women that got lazy these days. They lazy. They
It's
don't
all
want to
about.
cook nothing. They want to go out to eat every night. They don't want to clean up. House nasty.
Right.
Kids' clothes dirty. Sending kids to the daycare nose snotted. Don't even care about their kids. As long as they can lay in the bed with a man, that's all they worried about. They choose a man over their kids. All they want is their kids to not know nothing, to get a check so they can flex in the club every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
He got it down pat, don't he?
He ain't lying.
Sound like he could speak some experience.
I like when I first heard him, I was like, you know what he talking about. I love it. Yeah. Tell the truth.
He must have dated somebody like that. Or something,
Yeah. He said it with conviction.
Yes.
That part.
Some of them doing it right now. They tore up to the floor right now. They high on everything right now. They kids at the grandma house. Kids at the cousin house. Kids at auntie house. Some of y'all women don't even take care of your kids at all. You don't. You take care of that man before your kid. Yeah, that man eat good. Your kids don't eat good.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I want to know what your viewpoints are on that. Thank you to everybody for the cash apps. We have Miss Yo. Her cash app is on her tag as well. If you want to bless any of us, we really appreciate it. Not speaking on for them, just on behalf, if it's okay, ladies. If you are able to become a member on the channels, please consider doing so, or sub up if you haven't already. So we appreciate y'all being here. Salute to the chat. Much love to the chat. Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Cooking that man shrimp, steaks, burgers, fries. Kids eat chicken nuggets. That's it. But you call yourself a woman, though. Don't no man want that.
There used to be a saying, and I don't know if I hear it amongst my generation, that the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, the quickest way to lose a man is for have other people cook for him more than you.
Yeah.
Right.
For real.
A
Yeah.
man wants a home cooked meal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if that's all you got to give.
Yeah.
I'm not
Very
saying
true.
that's a small task every day. What
Right.
I am saying is necessary.
And you and ladies, and don't get it twisted. Don't look at cooking as thinking, oh, this is a job, this is a task, I gotta do this. No, you want to nourish that man because if you love him, you want to nourish him so he can be here a long time for you to love on him. I don't
Right.
look at it as a job. I'm like, I'm gonna feed this guy everything I could give him that's gonna make him strong and healthy to be able to protect me and my babies and to love on me. That's how I look at it. I don't want nobody that I ain't feeding and they get sick, have a stroke or something, be in a corner slobbering, and I gotta take care of them for the rest of my life. You done lost somebody. You done lost your mind. See, it's the way you look at stuff. Yeah,
And
but
it's
anyway.
also an expression of love.
Yeah.
And it's an act of love, or it should be. And like
Yeah.
you said, not a chore.
Not
I
a chore.
totally agree with that. That's how I learned how to love to cook.
Yeah, boy. I love it.
It's one of my passions. It's therapy for me.
Yeah.
Right. I think with some women, like I said, they are lazy, especially like millennials, my generation, and generation, I think it's Z. We have
Yeah.
gotten so complacent in going and getting something because I have that bad too, but I have been, cooking. I can't cook. I have been cooking at
Yeah.
home, but I have to train myself sometimes. Like, no, cook at
Yeah.
home. You got
It's a
to
schedule.
cook at home.
Mhm.
And also, I have been to people's houses, and I'm like, you look like this, but your house is horrible. Like, who
Uh-huh.
raised you?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, like I said, women can be a little lazy in these days and times. They think, oh, it's good to look good on the outside, but your house is messed up. But your house is not clean. So you're okay with, uh, clothes being all over everywhere, or your bed not being made up, or things like that, or it's like, or cleaning up after yourself, even hygiene. If you're a little heavy set or you got more curves than other people, look, you gotta get baby wipes. I've always
hygiene.
Yeah, get you some baby wipes and clean that stuff. You don't
creases.
Yeah, clean them creases, clean all that junk in the trunk, because people might smell you, and you should be able to smell yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I think women are lazy.
I would hope so.
Well, yeah, and some of these men are lazy, and what I mean by that is they talk about women having bad hygiene, but you sleeping with her.
That's the problem.
If you sleeping with somebody because she was easy, you didn't have to work hard for her, right? So you go and sleep with her, and then want to talk about her. You're responsible for that, sir. Didn't nobody tell you to go for no stinky cat? You did that, and I don't forgive me for being so upfront.
No, that's me.
I think men and women this day and time, they both lazy. They don't want to work in a relationship. It takes work. I've seen my sisters work in their marriage. It takes a lot of work. It's not something, that it just happens overnight and you figure everything out. It's a process in marriage. But these people out here, they don't want to work for nothing.
Nope, everything is like that microwave thing. And another thing, back on what you're talking about, Selena, men do mess with those women that are dirty and nasty and have sex with them. And so I want the men to think about this. Think about going to your refrigerator and getting some out of there that's spoiled food and you eat it and having a bellyache and you throw up for 24 hours. You have a 24-hour bladder, so you throwing up for 24 hours. But think about dipping to a woman that's nasty and she get pregnant. You got a lifetime of a baby. Which nastiness would you take? But when you start getting the urge to do something like that, K ass in the refrigerator. Excuse me, because there you go.
Exactly.
You good.
Yeah,
I love the authenticity in the conversation. It needs to be had. These things need to be said.
Yeah.
Too busy walking around as if it doesn't need to be brought to the forefront. Then what does? What does? It starts with the family. It starts with the woman.
Yeah.
It starts with the woman. We are the ones that, and I'm going to say it again, we bear and give life. We have a responsibility to carry ourselves and to, because we are instinctive as well. So whether we were taught certain things or not, there are certain instincts that just go with being a woman, and the radar is going to go off if something is not right, because that's how you are created and wired. Now, if you don't listen to that and you choose to ignore it, then that's on you. But just understand there will be consequences. And whether you hold yourself accountable in some fashion, form, or way, you will be held accountable.
Yeah, right. For real. And you're right, Mr. Keeman and Selena. If we don't talk about this thing, we see how the next generation is with us. You know, like me and you. Okay, Mr. Keeman, you're one generation. I'm in another one, and Selena another one. If we don't start speaking about this kind of stuff, then nobody will hear about it. So we're supposed to speak it out and be raw with it. Because listen, you're not going to hear me all the time talking about some civic, putting S's on my words and all that. No, I'm going to talk to you like your auntie should talk to you, or your mother should have spoken to you. Right. Real, where you could understand it, right? Because most of the time, I realize people ignore it when you try to be nice and, you know, politically correct. They like, oh, you sound like everybody else. Exactly. Your voice is not familiar to me. If I'm coming from the hood, I'm used to hearing gunshots and cussing and getting down real language. I'm going to relate to you the way that I know that you understand, right? So I think that we need to be a little bit more real with this thing when it comes to talking about real life stuff, like male and females relationships, like having a whole bunch of babies. Like this man is saying, you know, he's telling the truth, and I can guarantee you, nobody in the chat, I bet you everybody in the chat knows, and you know we do, a woman like he's speaking of. We all know them. When he's talking about, we can identify in our lives these people like this. Well, he ain't lying. That's all I want to say.
Thank you for adding that. No, I love the balance. I love the different perspectives. It's like a bigger picture is being painted with different, vantage points and takeaways. Because we've had different experiences, but it's not always an easy job or responsibility. But like you said, nobody said life was going to always be comfortable. No. We have to call it out. We have to call it out. I think us not calling it out enough has helped and contributed to such an entitled modern woman during this time. I haven't seen any, I've never seen anything like it. The way I'm wired, and it's hard for me to wrap my head around it because I don't move like that. I'm not wired like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not in you. It's like it's kind of difficult to perceive it from somebody else's perspective. I don't want to go around the block and down the street with it, but that thing resonates. It resonates.
He just still but I see his comment because he got capital letters. He said, "Your thoughts right. Clean that refrigerator." That's funny.
Just yeah. Oh, did I miss something?
He's funny.
If I missed a new membership, I apologize. To all the new members, thank you. Y'all, I'm still learning this whole thing. So thank you so much for giving me grace. I know sometimes I seem like I have it together, but sometimes I just don't. Not all together. I mean, I'm together enough, but not all together. Right?
You're doing good, Mr. Kimmy. You're doing good.
Well, I just, ain't nobody perfect. And sometimes you just got to embrace your imperfections and makes it you, right? Makes it you. But I'm so appreciative for y'all being here. Thank you. I'm enjoying this.
Having me. Appreciate it, sis.
Yes. So, okay.
A few more minutes of him, Mr. Keeman, then we can kick it.
Yeah, just one more time so we can kind of wrap it up.
We can kick it out.
Yeah, and I don't know what y'all are like on time, but if you're willing to drop the link or if you have some time, if not, it's perfectly fine. I just like to give them the opportunity to kind of come up and if they have anything to contribute or discuss. So y'all think about it and let me know while I play this.
I'd be scared to mess with somebody like that. I be scared I'm gonna catch something messing with somebody that got their legs open every time you get on this app. Instagram too. Every time you get on these apps, these little small-minded, so-called women, that's what they call themselves. Don't even care who sees them. Some of these women got daughters out here, man.
Yeah.
They got daughters. You wonder why these girls 13 and 14 messing with grown men. They mama did it.
Mm-hmm.
They mama teaching them to get money by all means necessary. Some of these women know they little girl messing with a grown man. As long as he giving you money to take care of these bills, keep on doing it.
Okay. Y'all dead wrong
right.
for that. Y'all dead ass wrong for that. Let me tell you something. I ain't got no tolerance for that kind of foolishness. Because first of all, like I talked about those instincts, you know something's wrong with that. You knew something was off and wrong with it when you did it. So you know, you're gonna know that when it comes to your daughter, it's the cycle is going to repeat itself if that's the example you set. That ain't no different than walking outside in a hot dress, inappropriately dressed, right? Trying to garner attention. It's no different than that. One sin ain't no greater or lesser than the other.
Right.
That just made me mad. So I digress. Go ahead, y'all.
I think about, I think it was last year. It was a third grader. I didn't see her. I don't know who she is, but I was curious about it. A third grader went in little boy's bathroom. I guess it was her little boyfriend at the time. He was third grade too. She got caught giving him oral sex in the little boy's restroom. And when her mom came and picked her up, because they had suspended her, from school and the boy, the mom was like, basically very lackadaisy about it. She just was like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, so, you're not outraged. You're not like going nuts. Like, it's like, oh, come on, let's go. So This young lady must be a mama, do this to her boyfriend. I don't know if her dad's in the household or not. But I'm thinking to myself, how does she even know about
Yes. They taught it to her.
I was still playing with Barbie dolls and had I had like 2 or 3 Barbie doll houses and all types of Barbie dolls. I wasn't thinking nothing about really boys or anything like that. So I just thought that was pretty interesting how kids in this day and time are introduced to sex so early.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's unheard of. That's crazy. And you said a third grader, Selena.
A third grader was caught having oral sex with a little boy. And he was in third grade too, So I was just like, I said, I know y'all lying. I was asking something. They was like, nah, another teacher called them
another teacher
and saw it. And I said, that really hurt my heart. Because it's like,
I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I'm shocked right now. I
believe that happens more than it's told.
Exactly.
I don't think it's really that uncommon.
Especially
what are they doing about it? Wait a minute.
They don't have any interest in doing anything about it. All of this chaos and all of this, because the school is an institution.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm saying it should be me too. I'm sorry, it should be some outside agencies when this happens in a place like the school in public and in the system. It seems like it should be some type of social services step in or something. So I'm just curious to know, or you can tell me later if you like on the back end, what happened with this situation with this little baby?
I didn't ask any more information on that. So I don't know if social services did get involved, but more than likely, could have happened because that's something really serious, right? They're going to be, they're wondering, the teachers are wondering, like, where did this child get this from? It was third grade general ed because I'm in special ed, teaching special ed. So I don't know what actually happened, but if I could think about it, I think they probably did call social services, because the social services in our school system is very active, because there's so many foster kids and there's so many cases of sexual abuse, physical abuse, from parents and even siblings doing it to their younger siblings. Most of the time, if it's sex is introduced by especially when you leave children with older cousins that are uncouth, sex is introduced that way by molestation, and things like that. So it's really a sad thing. You have to watch your children and make sure, if you're a single mother, that you're living or a single father, that you're living the right type of lifestyle in front of your child, because children see things when you don't think they see it.
Right, and I said this many times too. The parents are the children's first and only God. You are their God. You introduce them to God. So if you're acting in a way that's not godly, they're gonna think that what you're doing is the right thing to do. So if they see you doing something bad, they're gonna do it, because they figure Mama doing it, Daddy doing it, I can do it. But back to the point of this this live stream here, it goes back to the mamas. It go back to the mothers. All of this stuff going back to the mamas. And how are you raising these daughters and your children? How are you doing it? How are you doing it? It goes back to you. And don't think for a minute that's because your child made it bad and they became grown and had children and all that stuff, that you won't feel any repercussions from that. Because you as the mama will. And in one of the ways you'll find repercussions from the way you raise your child is when you get sick and you need help. Somebody to wipe your hand pies. Where's your daughter? She over there with Tom, Dick, or Harry. Why? Because she's been doing it all the time. She ain't thinking about you. They won't have no respect for you. Their children lose respect for their parents if they don't feel like they care about them and raising them in the way they should go. You see what I'm saying? They lose all. So don't think that being your child's friend or your daughter's friend, that's going to gain you any kind of brownie points. It's going to bite you in the end. It's just that simple. It always happens. Always. Yeah.
Always.
It's crazy. This thing is crazy. I'm just stuck by that baby. I'm just stuck with that one. You shook me with that one. I've never heard anything like that before in my life. And
I've never heard nothing like that either.
You stuck me on that one.
These were 2 young students. This is elementary school. Was it a K-8, K-12?
Yeah, they don't want to.
No, I'm in K-6. K through 6.
K-6?
So,
okay. So all of the grades share the same bathroom?
Yes. But this, like I said, it was another third grader. So it's somebody, I'm thinking maybe she called her little boyfriend or something like that. You know how in school you have little crushes. So I'm thinking maybe it was like something like that. But it's just unfortunate that you see so much, and then you look at the parents when they come to the school. You're like, man, I see why your child act like this.
Yeah, that's it.
Definitely.
Yeah. They just like their parents. That's sad.
It makes me a little bit more patient and maybe more compassionate over the child.
Yeah.
When I see it, because I'm like, oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah. But it's not enough time in a day for a teacher, someone outside of their home to kind of get that baby right, because you don't have them that often, so it's kind of harder for the person that really want to help them, But yeah, I can't imagine being a teacher. I'm telling you now, these parents are coming after me every time because I'd be tightening up them little children. Did I tell you this? Did you raise your hand?
It takes it takes a special person in order to take care of other people's kids.
I can't do it, y'all. I couldn't do that at all. They would get me.
I had some close calls. I had some close calls. I'm just gonna tell y'all that. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna leave it like that.
Selena, look. Instead of the children going to the principal office, it'll be me going to the principal office, teaching your thoughts, going to the principal office to see the principal.
Let me tell you, y'all gonna be telling stories behind these kids.
Yeah, that's what
But when they say it starts at home, like I like watching. I don't know if I'm sure it has its own sector, but I don't know what the name is. But when people commit crimes and it's on camera, like the police, they comprise channels.
I seen it on YouTube before. Like they have, and the police.
You learn a lot from those videos.
Oh yeah.
I mean, as far as like, you just learn a lot from them. But when the one thing that's consistent is when it involves a child and the police the first question they ask is, "Where's your mom or dad?" Right? If they're not in the area, because most of the times when the police are called, the parents are MIA. Right?
Yeah.
Unless there's some domestic stuff going on, but they ask where the parents are, and then the children, they make the call to call an auntie house or where they are, and then they come home, and as soon as the cop lays eyes on them, they see exactly how
the house, everything. Yep.
Absolutely, and that's another thing is your house is the representation of how you live. If the house is nasty and is in disarray all the time, reflection of where your state of mind is, of where your mentality is.
Yeah.
Like I used to be really intrigued by the Hoarders show.
Yeah, Hoarders. I know that.
So I saw that, I could never wrap my head around understanding those people's rights.
Keep everything.
And how it got to be so bad.
Yeah. It's a lot of people living like that, though. Unfortunately, it's a lot of people living like that. Sending these babies on out to school. They putting on their clothes, washing their face, brushing their teeth, go to work. And you think that everything is cool. And they're going back and living in some swallow like that. So what it is, the way you think, the way you keep your surroundings is how you keep your mind. If you're not organizing your mind, your house ain't organized. It's not in order. Everything is out of order. Even your car. Don't think that your car is not a part of that. All of that go together.
Everything. Absolutely. I'd rather peruse the house from the front door first. And I do the same thing with cars. I'm examining before I commit to 6 minutes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Hopefully you're not offended, but if you are, peace and blessings.
It's the truth. The truth. They say the truth hurts sometimes, and it hurts. That's why it hurts, because it's true. Yeah. You're nasty.
Right.
And for you nasty people that's on here, don't be taking stuff, potlucks and stuff on a job and stuff like that. I ain't never ate nobody potluck on no job. I've never done it in my lifetime. Never.
Right. That's one thing you gotta be careful early.
Everybody knew that your boss ain't eating nothing. You bring something on a job and tell me you bring this and you bring, I ain't eating. Get your feelings hurt all you want. I don't want none of that. No, I don't. I don't know how you feel.
How people's households. You don't know how people's households are. I'm very leery about that too. And then you don't know if people practice some type of witchcraft. They could be, you just don't know. So there's a lot. My grandma always told me, don't let everybody in your hair and don't let everybody cook for you, because you definitely will find out.
Even hanging clothes on the clothesline, you have to be careful. Anyway, that's another live stream, man.
Yes, indeed. That is another one. Got that right. I tell you, you go left, right, up, down.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be able to just keep it. You know what I'm saying? Everything's relative and it's relevant. Because like the hygiene, if you don't keep your hygiene up, 99.99% of the time, your house going to be nasty. Your car gonna be nasty. All of that is connected, because if you don't care about one, you ain't gonna care about the other.
And all you ladies, and I got to say this, I can't help it. And all you ladies that cook dinner and stuff like that, if you're not taking your leftovers and putting them in containers and putting them in the refrigerator, instead what you're doing is taking the pan and put the whole pan in the refrigerator because you don't like to wash dishes, you nasty too. Go ahead, Mr. Kim. In my opinion, that's nasty.
Oh, let me tell
That's
you,
nasty.
it's all related.
You said put the what? Say that again, Miss
You know how we cook your dinners and stuff like that, and you have pots and pans. So you may have some leftovers. I'll take my leftovers, put in the pan, and put it in little containers, and put them in the refrigerator.
Right.
You have a lot of women, and I met them in my lifetime, will take, instead of putting in the containers, they take the whole pan with that little bit of food in it and put the whole pan in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that don't make sense.
That's nasty. Yeah, because that's nasty. You cutting corners, so if you do that, I know somewhere else in your house ain't clean. But anyway, yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's great.
Right. It's all interconnected,
Mm-hmm.
and women
don't
no man, no self-respecting man want no nasty, unhygienic woman.
Law and order.
Law and order. Classified as everything but marriage material.
Let me
tell you, they only get a smart deal. These men or males that, like I said, are self-respecting, they care about their temples, they exercise self-care, and the first whiff, they ain't no turning back. You can clean yourself up and you can try to mask it as much, but a lot of times that comes from the inside out, and it starts with diet, what you put into your body.
Yeah, you do.
So, and the more putrid you are, the more changes and adjustments you need to make in your diet.
And then I'm gonna say this last thing, and I'm gonna get off that case, because just like when that man first said on this video we was watching, he said, "What kind of mother are you?" So what I was saying, that men look at women as to be their wife or for to be the mother of their children. Okay, that goes to the same difference in when dang it, Mr. Keema, help me, I lost my thought. Come on, Shirley. Come
on. Don't do that to me.
Don't
do that to me.
You can help me, because I had a good point. Oh my God, it was so
good. And I'm gonna mess it up. Come on.
I got it. It came back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So basically, when we're talking about being organized, in order to be a good mother or a good human being, you have to be organized in everything that you do. And especially if a man is looking for you to be the mother of his children, your organization skills have to be to the tip top in order to run a household. Organization is the key, because you got the children's schedules, and you got the doctor's appointments, you got your thing, you got the dinner, you got to take care of yourself. I mean, it's a whole lot of going on. So women, that is really a key thing to notice. Make sure you're organized and you try to get something into your life. That's all. That's the point I want to make. Okay, got it.
I'm getting better with that. Yeah,
it's hard, but it's hard. Yeah,
and it teaches the children consistency and discipline. And I'm trying to look for a better word, but can't think of it right now. Outside of conditioning, like you're raising them, you're molding them.
You become a habit for them. Yes, it'll be a habitual habit for them as well. They'll have a habit, and it'll become a normal routine for them. Yeah.
A disciplined parent will produce a disciplined child.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and to me, I can apply this to me. Being organized is a discipline. Yeah. It is something that you have to be intentional about, because there are times where when I'm flying through the house and I drop it out, I don't be wanting to pick it up.
Right.
Huh?
I don't always want to pick it up. Like, it's like it's not a big deal to me, because I'm not stressed. So my house, becomes it's not disorganized. It's just for me and how I normally keep it. But like there comes a time sometimes where you get the inclination to kind of become a little disorganized, even if it's just for the moment. But when it comes to this ain't going well, but
I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're saying. Yeah, we understand.
Yeah. Question. Go ahead. I want to ask the question when you guys finish.
Oh yes, absolutely. I just, it's like, okay, so let me redeem myself a little bit and switch it around. There's nothing wrong with balance, right? So it's natural to want to, like, okay, so with me, I have to be, because I'm OCD with neatness, I have to be intentional about And to me, I don't get triggered with like a towel on the floor.
Right.
Or like a full garbage triggers me. Okay. But things like, maybe a full basket of dirty laundry.
Yeah.
I don't know. But my bathroom got to be straight. Your kitchen got to be
straight. Talking about, yeah.
Anywhere where there's running water, and you tend to things that cater to the body, you got to make sure that room is always clean, disinfected.
Yeah.
And it has to be a family effort. Everybody has to be on the same accord.
Exactly.
Okay. So I just want
to agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to go in my bathroom. We got separate ones. But go ahead. Yeah, keep
on here. However.
Yeah. The children, y'all got y'all spot. I got mine. Everybody got their own cave. And yeah. But I still go in there and I see some disorder. I'm like, hey, y'all gonna tighten that up, even though I ain't in that room. Hey, when you gonna get that? When you gonna tighten that up?
That's a trigger.
Right.
Yeah, it's a trigger. I go in places that I get triggered.
And that's another reason it makes it easy to eat at home and cook at home, because that's also a trigger when you go out. And for those that go out to eat, don't be rude and cheap with the food server. They're controlling your food.
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
You're gonna trust them, and you don't know who's in the kitchen making the food. But I digress. You make the move to, you don't want to cook. You want to treat the family. You want to have a family night. Perfectly fine. Just be kind to the staff, because it can make or break your experience, and you ain't going to know what hit you. Okay, they're handling your food, so I just want to.
Me too, Miss Collins. Go ahead, Selena. She talking about the dishes triggered. Me too.
Yes. So this is a little bit off of, cleaning and things of that nature. But you guys, I consider you guys veterans, in this life. Y'all have lived through some things that I haven't lived through yet. I want to know, how do you guys keep your spirit, keep your attitude together when you are faced with a lot of negativity without getting lost in it? I have a struggle in that area, and I have to be careful that I don't go all the way up to the dark side like the enemies, or people want you to do. So I'm trying to find like where I can still be like, up front and let people know, look, don't keep playing with me, without going to the deep end.
Yes, I understand. Mr. Kim, you go first, because I'm long-winded when it comes to stuff like this. I can give her some tricks.
Somehow I knew you was gonna say that, but I think that's a great question, because we are all surrounded by a lot of negativity on a day-to-day basis, all day, every day. It's about what you internalize and what you. This is just, I'm speaking for me, not giving any advice or anything, but I'm speaking from a place of what has helped me to at least be aware that I'm seeking peace in this and through this situation. First of all, I think self-confidence and knowing who you are has a lot to do with that, because people's words really don't have or shouldn't have an effect to where it disturbs or your spirit. Now, there are some spirits that are stronger than others. And I was always taught it's perfectly okay to change your people, your places, and your things. If you find yourself, or if I find myself in an environment where every day I go to bed or every day I come home, I'm no good to nobody, much less myself, then something needs to change. And then that's where your faith muscle is going to be tested, and you will have to exercise those muscles, because in order to get something, it's going to cost you something. Right? But looking at the bigger picture, it's okay to remove, even if it's just a temporary situation, or you just need a break. Maybe you need more of a relief. Maybe I need more of a relief when I find myself drained. Okay, so maybe I can't totally change my situation today. However, there are certain coping mechanisms that I can implement outside of alcohol, weed, sex, porn, that doesn't, and in the end, drain me even more, right?
Right.
So, changing your people, places, and things, making adjustments until you can build those muscles of self-confidence to the point where you feel bad for that person. So basically what they say at some point doesn't sting as much because you're not accepting what they're saying. Just because they say it don't make it true. Right? So that's what I got on it. Laverne.
Listen, David. First of all, the way I do this, is how I do me. When you go to bed at night, and it's time to wake up the next morning, make sure that you set the intention for your day. You start your day. Like, in other words, when you get up in the morning, the first thing you say to yourself, whatever you want your day to be, say it. It shall be that thing. Like, if I get up in the morning and I say, today I want to be productive, and I want to be prosperous, and I want peace surrounding my whole entire being, me and my family. Say it. And it shall be. Why? Because you have God-like powers. Because the God lives within you. You can command stuff to be, and it shall be. Right? So, say I said that morning, and then I encounter a demon or a demon seed, and they say some foul things to me, and call me this and call me that. Right? Because they'll test you. Because they know they've been studying you. They study you first of all.
Right.
The enemy always study you first.
Always.
They try to figure out what your trigger is going to be. And they're going to poke each one to see how far they can go with you. And they're going to keep poking and poking until they finally find one day you may say, when you got up in the morning, you didn't set your intentions right. You didn't speak what you wanted to have to go for your day. You might have missed that day to do that. And they crept on into your little field, your peaceful field, right? But when you see them coming in, you look at them and you say, peace, be still. You stay right there. I don't want you to move. You command them to stay still. That's what you do. Then you also can do this if you're on a good day and you feel like you want to be of this earth. You can cuss them out and give them to them real good. One good time, because it make you feel good. If you want to do it, give it to them one good time. It's okay. That'll be all they get. They will get no more. They will get no more. That will be the end of them. And then you will throw them in the sea of forgetfulness. Why?
Yes.
Because you know how you walk. You know who you are. You know God dwells within you. You give them no power over your mind and emotions because, again, your emotions is energy. You take that angry energy and you throw it out there one good time, they don't deplete you a little bit. Because sometimes, have you ever cussed somebody out so good that you tired? Have you ever cussed somebody out? You're cursing, and at the end of it, you be so tired, you be like, who child, take a nap. Because you gave them just that much energy. See how your body feels after that? So if you want to do it one day, just give them one good time. Just one good time. Try to avoid it. But if you have to, if you must, then do that. But most importantly, start your day off with the intentions of what you want and command your day to be what you want it to be. Because you know who they are. You see who they are. And you don't have to give them any life or speak any life into them. Don't take your breath from you and blow it into them. Because when you do that, you resuscitate them. When you talking to your enemy and you cussing at your enemy, all you're doing is doing like this. You putting that mouth on yours. You going, you giving them CPR and all of that. Why? Why? That's what I do. You got it, David.
Ooh, yes.
That's a word. Thank you guys for that. I just want to have some more wisdom as I maneuver through these streets. So thank you so much for that.
You be okay. Like I said, ignore them and disconnect. Cut them off. Peace be still. Stay away from me. Anything about you, just cast them in the sea of forgiveness. You'll be okay. And keep focusing on your goals and concentrate on your keep your eyes on your prize. You know how the horses, how horses run races. They don't know how to blind the inside.
Yes.
That's how you're supposed to go through this life, just like this.
How they win races. Absolutely.
That's
the
what
first distraction, you done lost the race.
Yeah, exactly. You wasting time, baby. And then you ain't organized. You ain't organized. Keep it going, baby.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna cut out on y'all now because I think we made this was a nice live stream. I think we talked about a whole lot. I think we brought everything around, and then we got here to home. What you think? What do y'all think?
I think it's great.
Yeah, I appreciate this conversation.
It was nice.
Wonderful live. I really do. Yes. Energy. I'm actually more rejuvenated now than I was when the stream started. So
yeah, don't it feel good?
It's great.
It feels good. It really feels good to speak with another sister and we all talking and nobody is fussing and arguing. We have a nice, peaceful, calm, educated, intelligent. Hopefully, the people in the chat got something from each one of us that they can take and implement it with their families and take it with them, right? So I think we did a good deed, right?
Yo, but I know I'm gonna forget if I don't say it. Can Mama's drop Miss Yo Thoughts link to her channel in the chat as well as Miss Selena's, please? I know that you consider becoming a member to Miss Selena, and we're going to work. We're working on Miss Laverne. She coming. Her monetization is coming, child. Listen,
I ain't know her, y'all. I'm busy.
Because she been dropping all types of. They both bless them. And I also want to say thank you for those that have blessed the platform with through the Cash App, and so I definitely appreciate.
Cash App over here. Thank y'all. Thanks whoever Thank you guys. Oh my God, they get Cash App at me. Oh, look at these babies. Oh Lord.
I responded to those that went through the Cash App, so hopefully you know that it came through and that I'm grateful. Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. And so I want to thank Miss Yo and Miss Selena. This was a wonderful conversation. I do want to get the opportunity if there's any maybe if you have any more questions or last words, and then that way we'll go ahead and bow out gracefully.
Okay. Well, I enjoyed this. I hope we can do this again. Because I enjoy it myself, and it's good to talk to people that are like-minded. And like I said, ain't nobody trying to gain nothing from each other on here. We just having a conversation. Because these people think everybody wants something from them. So I say that because people have that type of aura on here, but I appreciate how you guys have embraced me. And thank you so much for.
Aww. She look like a cute little baby. I just want to give you little cheeks like this, Alina.
That motherly instinct never leaves.
No.
When I look at the screen, I just feel, and not just see, but I feel beauty.
Feel it, yeah. You can feel it. Yeah.
Energy, like you say, Michelle, is real. And so and we even feel energy from the chat. You know what I mean? Yeah. So energy, it just doesn't matter how it transfers, but it does.
It does, yeah.
And definitely we can always do this again. So I definitely appreciate everybody's time. And I just I'm not gonna make it alone. If anybody has got anything else to say, because I can go on and do one of them long.
Look.
Okay.
Yes, Selena and Mr. Keem, I did have a good time. I really did. I enjoyed you guys, and we want to do it again, Selena. So You know, we're gonna do it the way we did it last time. I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Keaton so she can talk to you because you know I don't have the
Yes.
IT that jiggle, you know that jiggle stuff, right?
It'll be easier next time now that we got it down, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be easy. Yeah, I really enjoyed you. That was really sweet.
I had to get on Miss. Look, I'm messing with Mr. Keaton. I had to get on Miss Keaton. No, I'm just kidding. I said she's a busy lady. She's kind of hard to get in contact with, but we got it together.
I'm really trying to do better. You know what? It's also the time of year for me.
Yeah.
Not like this 365, but during the summer months, I be needing that rest when school start. Everything slow down. No, you pick up then, but I tend to slow down a little bit at that point. But I appreciate you being patient and understanding and giving me some grace because it's gonna get done. It may take a hot second, but we'll get it done.
Shirley's a mess. But like I said, Mr. Q, like I said, Lena, it took a long time because I'm trying to tell you, you know, and you know, I don't come on here and tell you know, people on here think they know my business, but they don't know all of my business and all the stuff that I be doing. They have no clue. So I'm really busy all the time too, and it was hard sometimes for me to catch up with Mr. Keeman so she could catch up with you. So it was like choo. And then one day when I'm thinking, I said, "Ooh, Tuesday, I got this Tuesday 6 o'clock. I got it." I called. She was like, "No, darling, I can't do that." That was Mr. Keeman. I was like, "Well, there, here we go again." But anyway, we're gonna get it together and we're gonna do it again. Okay?
But we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. You know, huh? Like I said, this was wonderful. I thank you guys for this peaceful, great conversation. Y'all are really a blessing to me today. So thank you so much.
Likewise.
Thank you, Audie.
Absolutely. Likewise. I want to thank the chat.
She gonna let us go. Look, go ahead.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna get off of here, Shirley. Okay.
You already know. She make me crack it up.
Bye, Mr. King. I'll see you later.
All right. Take care. Okay, y'all. Oh, Lord. I don't even know how to kick her out. Okay, she's all right. I think she got it. Normally that works for me. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much. Listen, I want to thank everybody for coming through. If you came in the midstream, it's worth watching the replay. I really appreciated the dynamic, the conversation, the authenticity, the wisdom, the personal experience, the transparency. It was refreshing, right? It is always refreshing. There are like-minded people out here. It's not just a couple of us. I know it seems that way, but water seeks its own level. So whatever your mind state is and whatever your energy level is, it is going to definitely gravitate to someone with similar resonation, right? So thanks again for those that sent Cash Apps and the super chats. If I missed any new members, I apologize. I tried to I didn't do as good with the chat today as I normally do, but I was charged with the conversation. So sometimes things demand your attention. You don't have a lot of wiggle room, right? So I'm glad everybody was able to appreciate. I want to thank all my mods for keeping the peace and the and establishing presence in the chat, and to the chat. Very grateful. I'm just grateful for y'all. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all, and you enjoy the rest of your evening, your weekend, and treat people the way you want to be treated. It's so powerful, yet so simple, right? So keep that in mind, y'all. And with that being said, Miss Kimmy is out. Peace.